out-of-body experience.
Welcome to the Brothers of Wrestling podcast.
Welcome back to the Brothers Wrestling Podcast with your host, Logan, and
Hayden.
And today we bring you the final episode of the 4-part deciding each region of the Super Card of Wrestling Bracket Madness. The final region that we have to take account for and decide the winner of is the 21st Century region. Hey, let's go over some of these matchups because they are going to be hard. This is going to be the hardest one, I think.
Yes, the 21st Century region is, I think, pretty stacked. So basically, this was any like big time pay-per-view event that took place after or during the 21st century
Outside of WWE.
So, outside of WWE. Well, there's a few WWE ones in here. We had some in there, but we didn't put any on the list. There's a few, like we have 2025 Evolution.
Oh, right, some specialty pay-per-views, right.
A couple NXTs. But mostly it's stuff that's outside of WWE. So, just to recap real quick, we have already done the WrestleMania region, which ended up being the number 1 seed, WrestleMania 17. The old school region ended up being the 1997 Bare Legal, which was the 5 seed. And the WWE Big 3 region ended up being the 6 seed, 2000 SummerSlam.
Yeah, upset.
Got that's the wrong pick because 2007 Royal Rumble should have got it, but I digress. Okay, so now we're moving on to the 21st Century region. So we will start out with the 1 versus 16 matchup, and we have as the 1 seed we have Wrestle Kingdom 10 from 2016.
That's a strong one.
Taking on the 2007 pay-per-view Ring of Honor Man Up.
Poor Ring of Honor.
So, for your Wrestle Kingdom 10 matches, your main event was for the IWGP title, Kazuchika Okada versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. You had the amazing Intercontinental Championship match, Nakamura versus Styles. Never Openweight, Shibata versus Ishii, Gato Naito. You go a little farther, you had Kushida versus Kenny Omega, Jay Lethal, Michael Elgin for the Ring of Honor title. Young Bucks versus Red Dragon versus Macedon Ricochet versus Roppongi Vice.
I mean, you haven't said one bad match right now.
Yeah, you had Chaos taking on Bullet Club. You had Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Toji Makaba and Tomohiko Hanana. So there's a quality match on that one. That's why I got our 1 seed. Then we go to Ring of Honor Man Up, and this one's mostly known for the ladder war match for the Ring of Honor tag titles between the Briscoe brothers and Kevin Steen and El Generico.
I'm pretty sure Generico takes a nasty bump on a ladder in this match.
Yeah. You also have Takeshi Morishima taking on Danielson for the Ring of Honor title. What else is on? Austin Aries versus Davey Richards. Rocky Romero, Matt Cross, Nigel McGuinness took on Claudio Castagnoli, Chris Hero, and Bobby Dempsey. So
that's a pretty good card.
Decent card. Yeah. Decent card for Ring of Honor. This is when they were kind of hitting their stride.
It's a well-deserved one to represent, basically.
Yeah, we figured it was probably their best one that wasn't invaded. Once Ring of Honor got into the shared cards with New Japan and all that stuff, they kind of got overwhelmed. So this is one of I think their most quality ones from the true Ring of Honor days. But obviously I don't think there's any question.
No, absolutely not.
I think we're going Wrestle Kingdom 10. Wrestle Kingdom 10 is a solid card, so there's not really one bad match on that card. So we will move on to Wrestle Kingdom 10. Okay, next matchup, the 8-9 matchup. These are always the hardest. We have a couple AEW pay-per-views from 2025.
Recent.
We've got the 8 seed is 2025 All In. And on that one, your main event is Hangman defeating Moxley in the Texas Death Match.
He gets the belt.
The title.
Yeah.
You have winner takes all to unify, to become the first unified champion. Okada versus Kenny Omega. You had Timeless Tony Storm versus Mercedes Monet. Hurt Syndicate versus Jet Speed versus the Patriarchy. Casino Gauntlet match. Women's Athena ends up winning. You had the Swerve and Osprey versus Young Bucks match. What else is on here? Dustin Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara, Kyle Fletcher, and Daniel Garcia. And that's right after Adam Cole comes out and vacates the title
Oh, right.
because he has more concussions.
Yeah.
MJF won the Casino Gauntlet for the men's. The Ops beat Gabe Kidd and the Death Riders for the trios titles. So that's what that card looks like. And then the 9 seed is 2025 Revolution. So your main event of that is a 3-way match between Moxley, Adam Copeland, and Christian Cage. You had Steel Cage, Osprey versus Fletcher. Amazing match. You had International Championship Takashita versus Omega. Omega beats him. Yeah.
Just for the people who don't know that you can't pronounce Japanese names.
Would you stop? Okay. Tony Storm versus Maria May in the Falls Count Anywhere match. Hurt Syndicate versus Outrunners. Okada versus Brody King. Swerve versus Ricochet. Monet versus Watanabe. Hangman versus MJF. So that's kind of where we're at. There's a few pre-show matches, but
I'm kind of leaning.
We're not really counting in there.
I'm kind of leaning all in. I mean that.
So you get the big moment with Hangman.
Yeah, the Hangman moment where he finally opens the briefcase and gets the title out, and the match itself is pretty good.
The match is good. You get that moment at All In. You get the unification match, Okada and Omega, who really never have a bad match. You get Storm and Monet, which was a dream match. Besides that, you're really shoving a lot of the casino matches in there, which kind of takes it down a level for me. I'm not the hugest because, they're fine, but I'd rather have good matches than a ton of gauntlet battle royale matches myself. But you do have the great match with Swerve and Osprey versus the Young Bucks, which is hard to take that match away.
Yeah.
But if you look at Revolution, you're getting one of the biggest feuds to come into that year was Osprey Fletcher.
Okay, yeah, true.
And you're getting them to finish that in that steel cage match. You get Moxley, and if you're like an older guy like me, you're getting Copeland and Christian in a main event match against Moxley.
What did you say Tony Storm did on that show? Is that
she has the Falls Count Anywhere with Maria.
Okay, that's the Hollywood ending. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was it or not. That's pretty good.
So that's a huge match on there. You have Swerve Ricochet, which is a great match for the number one contendership.
I'm kind of leaning
Hangman and MJF always have good matches. So I think I'm honestly moving more towards Revolution.
Okay.
Because I'm more in it's more selfishly because I love the Moxley, Cope, Cage. I'm more in that camp. I like those guys.
I'm not gonna argue too much because it does have the Hollywood ending on it, and the
Hollywood ending is amazing.
I think
I'm putting it over the Storm Monet match. It was a dream match at the time, but this was like the finale.
I think I might go with you. I might go Revolution now.
Yeah, I think Revolution just has a little bit with that. If All In wasn't so clunked with those gauntlet matches, I'd probably go more towards that. But I think Revolution gives you a little more quality. So,
which is crazy because All In's kind of like a WrestleMania. So to have
that's why they're doing those.
Yeah.
They're
getting everybody on the card.
Yeah. So, but I think Revolution just has a little bit more quality to it.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so now 2025 Revolution moves on. So now we're moving on to our 5-12 matchup. The 5 seed 2025 Evolution.
All women show.
Is the all women WWE show, the second one they never did. Taking on the 12 seed 2021 All Out.
It's going to be hard to beat the Evolution show. I mean, there was a lot of good matches on that card, and you had Naomi cashing in, which is like the second best Money in the Bank cash in, or third best.
So you had the main events, your World Championship match, which was just Io and Rhea, right?
Yeah, I think it was just one-on-one.
Naomi cashed in during.
Yep.
Yes, I didn't think she did at the beginning.
No.
It's hard to remember
because Rhea and Io have a great match before that.
Yeah. So you have that match. Then you have the Evolution Battle Royal, which was all the newer women
Yep.
getting their chance. That was where Stephanie broke out and won. She beat
Oh,
Lash.
right.
You had your no holds barred match with Bianca as a special ref, Jade and Naomi.
Yeah, there was like a jade.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a jaded off the top rope through a table? I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Jade ends up winning that match. You had Tiffany versus Trish Stratus for the women's
Right.
championship.
Yep.
Then you had the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championship, which is Judgment Day beat Flair and Bliss, Haruka and Zarya, and the Kabuki Warriors. You had the NXT Women's Championship, Jason J versus Jordan Grace, and then you had Becky Lynch versus Bayley and Lyra. So
Man. Okay.
for the Intercontinental. So then 2021 All Out, you get Omega defends against Christian Cage. You're getting the I don't really want to call it. I think it was his debut of Paul White beating QT Marshall.
Okay.
You're getting Punk Darby. This is Punk just coming into the company.
Punk Darby.
Yeah, it was his debut match, and for the company at this pay per view. You get Jericho versus MJF, which is when they were doing that kind of teaming together, and then he betrays them
Hmm.
gimmick where they were doing that. Another casino battle royal for the a championship match. Ruby Soho wins that. You do have the tag team match, Steel Cage, Lucha Brothers versus the Young Bucks, where you Lucha Brothers beat them. Dr. Britt Baker defends her title against Chris Statlander, Moxley versus Kojima, and you have TNT Championship Miro beats Eddie Kingston.
That's a solid card.
So, it's solid, but you have some downers like Paul White versus QT Marshall. And you have there's just not it's a lot of filler. They hadn't really got their huge roster yet to where every match could really be a crazy match.
Hmm.
But yeah, your main focus on this one is Punk's debut, beating Darby Allin. You're getting the Jericho MJF feud, and you're getting Omega Christian. Is that better than Evolution?
I don't
You're
think it
getting a lot of
is.
dream matches on too, because you're getting Stratton, Stratus. You got the payoff to that feud of Cargo versus Naomi. You get the breakout of Stephanie, and then you get probably the second best cash in ever with Naomi. But you also got a great match before that with Io and Rhea.
Yeah, I think there's not really much to debate. I think the evolution moves on,
Yeah, I agree. It's hard to go against
especially in
that.
the first round.
They had a lot of quality on that card. It definitely surpassed the first Evolution, I think, personally.
Yeah, definitely.
So that one was good, but they really hit a different stride.
Yeah, but everybody was so much younger back then. Rhea was different, whole different person back then.
Well, and they still hadn't built up the women's division as much as they have
Yeah.
now. That was the other big problem. Okay, so now we're moving on to the. Yeah, I lost my spot. I can't find it. The 4 seed versus the 13 seed. So in the 4 seed, we got the 2018 Independent pay per view, All In.
Oh,
This is
right.
before AEW.
This is the
It
first.
wasn't
This is the one they sell out.
This is the Independent. This is how they make AEW with this pay per view. And the 13 seed is 2009 Turning Point from TNA.
Right. Now I do remember when we were building the bracket in the first place, you were pushing pretty hard for this all in 2018.
The 2018 is a
You were stumping for it.
stacked card. So you get your main event. You're getting the Golden Elite, which is Ibushi and the Young Bucks, and they take on Bandito, Phoenix, and Rey Mysterio. That's your main event.
Man,
You get Okada versus Marty Scurll before he destroys his career.
Marty.
You get Omega versus Penta. Great match. And you get the end of that is when Jericho's dressed as Penta, I think, if I remember right.
Yeah, he taxed him, doesn't he?
Yeah. You get Ring of Honor Championship Jay Lethal versus Flip Gordon. You get a Chicago Street Fight with Hangman and Joey Janela.
Joey Janela.
You get the huge crowning moment for Cody when he wins the World NWA
Beats
World
Aldis, right?
Championship from Aldis. You get Tessa Blanchard versus Dr. Britt Baker, Chelsea Green, and Madison Rain. You get Christopher Daniels versus Stephen Amell. And you get Matt Cross beating MJF in the first match.
There's a lot of problematic people on that card.
Mm, that's before we knew anything. It's 2018. It's not 2020 yet. We didn't know most of these guys were creeps. So you have that, and then we go to 2009 Turning Point, which is really the last great pay-per-view before we run into the Hogan era.
Mm-hmm.
So this almost feels like the end of the old TNA
Yeah.
right here. Your main event is the trilogy match, but this time it's for the World Heavyweight Championship. AJ Styles beats Daniels and Joe.
Nice.
Second best match they had. First one's always going to be better, but this one was really good. You get the match between Kurt Angle and Desmond Wolfe right after he debuted.
All right, with his frosted tips.
No, he didn't have him. He was bald.
Oh, he didn't have him?
No, he cut him off.
I thought he debuted with him and then
bald. No,
okay.
He cut him off. Yeah, Falls Count Anywhere, Scott Steiner and Bobby Lashley. You got Team 3D and Rhino taking on Pope, Hernandez, and Matt Morgan.
What a team.
Yeah, 6 Sides of Steel. What?
I said, what a team. Pope, Hernandez, and Matt Morgan.
Well, it was kind of going as the older hardcore generation was taking on the young guys.
Oh, okay.
How that was built. Yeah, 6 Sides of Steel, Terror versus Awesome Kong.
Interesting.
You had the three-way match for the World Tag Team Championship, British Invasion versus Motor City Machine Guns versus Beer Money. Then you had the six knockout tag team match, winner takes all. ODB and Sarita and Taylor Wilde beat the Beautiful People. And in the first match on the card, Amazing Red beat Homicide for the X title.
Nice. In some ways, you can call that
came back in form.
The turning point of TNA.
I'm just gonna sit here and let that marinate. Let's let people just let that marinate in their heads. How stupid you are!
You set it up for me with saying that Hogan. It's the end of the old TNA era, and Hogan comes in. And
I don't know why I even said
it's the turning point.
Okay, so you're getting AJ Daniels Joe, and you're getting Kurt Angle Wolf.
True.
Other than that, it's your basic. I mean, the triple threat tag match is good, but it's your basic TNA pay-per-view at that time. All in, you really gotta. I mean, it has some good matches on it. I mean, that Omega Penta match is amazing. The main event's amazing.
For at least the first round, I'm gonna go with you on this. I'm gonna give All In its credit, but who knows what it matches up with?
Cody Aldis. I love that one.
Who knows what it matches up with next round? But
so we'll go 2018 All In. The 4 seed is moving on. Okay. So next up, we have the 6th seed, 2017 Dominion from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Nice.
Taking on the 11th seed, 2019 Double or Nothing from AEW. So the Dominion card is pretty stacked. Let's just say that. This is the main event that is amazingly famous. This is the 7-star main event for the IWGP Championship. Okada defends against Omega in an hour time limit draw. You have Tanahashi beat Naito for the Intercontinental Championship. You have a lumberjack death match between Minoru Suzuki and Hiroki Goto.
A lumberjack death match, crazy.
A lumberjack death match. You have the IWGP Junior with Takahashi versus Kushida. You had Cody and Michael Elgin. The Guerrillas of Destiny defeated War Machine for the tag titles. You had the Young Bucks beat Roppongi Vice for the junior tag titles. And you had a gauntlet match for the Never Openweight 6-man championships that were won by Bushi, Evil, and Sonata.
What year was that again?
This is 2017. So this would be after Wrestle Kingdom 11.
Yeah.
And then you have Tiger Mask W, Toji Makabe and Yugi Nata versus Hiroshi Tenzan, Jushin Thunder Liger, Nakanashi, and Kojima. Too many Japanese names.
We gotta stop talking about Japan cards.
Well, they're the best ones.
The ones you can't pronounce.
Then we move on to the first ever AEW pay-per-view. You have the main event being Chris Jericho beating Kenny Omega to qualify for the World Championship match at All Out. The end of that match is also the debut of Jon Moxley,
Nice.
where he comes out and obliterates Kenny Omega. Then you have the Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros for the AAA tag titles. You have the brother versus brother match, Cody versus
That's a pretty good
Dustin.
match.
That's a great match. You have a 6-woman tag match with Shida, Rio, and Mizumiya versus Kong, Sakura, and Sakakazi. A lot of socking. You got Best Friends versus Angelico and Jack Evans. You have Dr. Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose, Kylie Ray, and Awesome Kong. You had So-Called Uncensored versus Strong Hearts. And you had, in the pre-show, we got to talk about it since it was an important part of the show, you had the Casino Battle Royal, which was to qualify for that AEW World Championship match. You had Adam Page end up beating MJF to qualify and move on. So
That's a big start to
where
the
you want to start.
card. I mean, or to the career of AEW's pay-per-views. That's a good start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a quality show. Quality show.
I'm kinda. I mean, AEW's got a good card on that show. That's a pretty solid card, but you've
You
got
got brother versus brother.
yeah, but I think pretty much everything on that card can't compare to what Omega and Okada put together in that on that main event.
It's hard to compare to
I
that.
mean,
You
Meltzer
also got,
exploded after that match was
I
over.
think so. You also had Tanahashi and Naito. So that was a huge
I
match.
think we got to go. What was it, Dominion? I think we got to go Dominion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. All right, so we're going 2017 Dominion. But we do have to say that AEW pay per view was pretty good.
Yes.
That Brother Rhodes brother match is
Yeah, I
underrated.
watched that like a
It's
year
a
or two
great
ago, I
match.
think.
It's a great match. So just want to throw that out there. Okay. So now we move on to the 3 versus 14
Oh,
matchup.
before you go on, I just want to mention you just complimented Cody Rhodes twice.
What did I say?
You complimented his brother versus brother match with Dustin, and you complimented his Aldis match. So
Well, I'm just saying that his run as an
I mean,
independent guy
I
is better than
mean,
his run as a
are we
as the
feeling a
leader.
little American Nightmare love going on right now?
Nah, not after what I just watched on SmackDown.
No, we don't need to get into that to talk about that.
Talk about ruining a main event. Jesus. Anyway, so now we move on to the 3 versus 14 matchup. The 3 seed is the 2017 Wrestle Kingdom, which would be Wrestle Kingdom 11.
Mm.
And that is going up against the 2013 Bound for Glory TNA pay per view. So your 3 seed, Wrestle Kingdom 11. Your main event was Okada versus Omega. You see a theme here.
Well, when you got two of the best to do it, you might as well put them in the main event.
Then you had Naito versus Tanahashi again, but this time Naito beat him. You had Shibata versus Gato. You had wow, I had a stroke.
Takahashi.
Takahashi versus Kushida for the junior title, which Takahashi won. Chaos with Ishii and Yano versus the Guerrillas of Destiny versus Maccabi and Hano. You had Ring Honor Championship, Kyle O'Reilly lost to Adam Cole. You had Cody versus Juice Robinson. You had another gauntlet for the 6-man tag championships, which were won by Bushi, Evil, and Sonata. You had Ropingi Vice beat the Young Bucks for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. And you had Tiger Mask W beat Tiger the Dark.
Did that Cody Juice match have something to do with Bullet Club? Because that's a random match.
He was in Bullet Club. Cody was. And this was kind of like his debut into New Japan.
Mm.
So he was kind of coming in to start out his run. So they were just kind of giving him a guy. So. Oh, and then we had 2013 Buffalo. Sorry. Forgot. And pretty good card for this 2013 Bound for Glory. You have the main event, which was the not the entire finale, but this is where it kind of culminated. It was the TNA World Championship match, no disqualification. AJ Styles defeated Bully Ray, who was doing the Ace and Eights gimmick. You had Magnus beat Sting in what would be Sting's last pay-per-view match in
No.
TNA. You had Ethan Carter III's debut against Noah Furnham. You had a great match between Bobby Roode and Kurt Angle. You had Gail Kim defeat ODB and Brooke when she debuted Lady Tapa as her enforcer. Then you had the TNA Tag Team Championship match where Gunner and James Storm lost to the Bromans. And the one match on this card that really stepped up was the Ultimate X TNA X Division Championship match. You had Manic defending against Austin Aries, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, and Chris Sabin.
Suicide.
Manic. So, good TNA pay per view.
Yeah.
This is one of their best Bound for Glories.
Yeah, I remember you talking pretty highly about it when we were building it.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good matches. Unfortunately, I don't think it stands up to the Wrestle Kingdom.
Not much can stand up to a Wrestle Kingdom, especially this one.
It's hard to compete with the quality that New Japan was running with through 15 to like 18. It's hard to compete against that. So I think we're going to move on to Wrestle Kingdom 11.
Yep.
Now we're getting to
New Japan,
something that's going to kill you.
If New Japan had the television marketing that WWE or AEW has, I mean, back then they would have taken over.
I mean, they were just killing it at that time, and they had so many good guys that just happened to be out of the company. Like AJ came over, Cody came over. Like they had these guys that were able to put it a little bit over the top of where they were at, and connect with more of.
Plus,
like,
they had their own guys. They had Okada, and they had
that's what I'm saying,
Ibushi and Tanahashi and Naito and everything.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're moving on to the 7-10 matchup, which this is the one I thought was going to be the fun.
Yeah, this one I was dreading.
You've got the 7 seed of the 2019 NXT TakeOver New York going against the 2018 NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
Oh man, they're both so good.
So the New York card, you get the 2 out of 3 falls for the vacant NXT Championship. Gargano finally does it and defeats Adam Cole.
It's a great match. It's just a great match.
You're going to be okay with it.
I don't know. I watched that match live.
The 4-way X Division NXT Women's Championship. Shayna Baszler defends against Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, and Kairi Sane. You get the culmination of Walter winning the UK Championship over Pete Dunne.
Fat Walter.
You get the NXT North American Championship match between Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle.
Oh yeah, that's a sneaky good match.
NXT Tag Championship match was the War Raiders versus Aleister Black and Ricochet. And that was all the ones on the main card.
Man, Aleister Black and Ricochet, good tag team too.
I think they ended up winning the Dusty Road Classic. That's how they got that match.
Yeah, I think so.
And then we go to New Orleans, 2018 TakeOver New Orleans. Your main event for that one was unsanctioned.
Oh.
Gargano Ciampa.
Oh, one of the best. One of the best.
The NXT Championship match was Andrade defending against Aleister Black. That was Aleister Black winning.
That's a crazy good match too.
You had the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Triple Threat Tournament Final match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. You had the Undisputed Era, Cole and O'Reilly going up against Authors of Pain and Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong.
Yeah, I think Fish got hurt at some point, and that's why Cole was teamed with Riley.
Yeah.
O'Reilly.
Then you get the NXT Women's Championship. Ember Moon lost to Shayna Baszler, where she won the match. You get the ladder match for the inaugural North American Championship. EC3, Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, Ricochet, Velveteen Dream, and the winner ended up being Adam Cole. And that was it. You had a match with Heavy Machinery.
That might also be... Is that where Roddy turns and joins Undisputed Era?
I think he does turn on Pete in that match, if I remember right.
I think so. I think he turns... And then he grabs the armband and puts it on his arm and then picks up Cole and they win or something.
Because then he starts teaming with O'Reilly.
Yeah.
In the tag team. Because Cole's won the North American title.
Yes.
So...
I think that's when Roddy turns. Which is also pretty great. Right.
So, now we need to figure out which one we're moving on.
I don't know, man. Those main events, Oh,
I
that
think
that Cole
if we're
Gargano match.
talking if we're talking overall, I think New York's better.
Okay.
But if we're talking just one match, what's the best match out of all the matches I just said? The unsanctioned match is the best match by far.
Okay.
There's no doubt about it.
I mean,
That
that Cole
unsanctioned
Gargano
match is
2 out of
just like
3 is pretty good though.
it's a great match, but you can't tell me it's better than unsanctioned. All the history of that match, you're not.
I mean,
There's nothing
I think
better
there's
than
a
that match.
DDT on exposed wood. Oh.
You would be exposing your wood. So, and you get the inaugural ladder match on the New Orleans card.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I
you're
was there.
but
I
you're
wasn't there,
you're
but I was
thinking
there.
you're thinking that the quality of New York is better?
I just think overall, if you're getting the crowning of Walter,
Okay.
you're getting the sneaky Dream versus Riddle match. Talk about two guys that flamed out. By the way, that's like the match of the flame
Which
outs
is
right there.
surprising. Like there's surprisingly similar ways they both flamed out.
hmm Then you get, I mean, War Raiders. I love the
Yeah,
War
War
Raiders.
Raiders are
And
good. Yeah.
Black and Ricochet. That's a way better tag
And
team
War
match
Raiders were
than.
moving different back in NXT. They were going
Oh
crazy.
yeah, they were doing good. And then that Fatal 4-Way women's match is amazing, and that's way better than the Baszler versus Ember Moon match.
Okay, I mean
I mean,
you're
look at
convincing
look at
me.
where all those guys are at now. I mean,
Well,
besides
we
Shayna.
can't think about that.
I'm just saying, like that was at that time. That's like the main four in the NXT Women's Division at that point.
You might be
When you put
convincing
them
me.
all together, it sucks because I really like the unsanctioned match better. But if we're talking about super cards, I think I'd have to go New York. If we're talking super matches, the unsanctioned match would be right up there with for me.
I
But if we're talking super
think
cards,
I think I'm gonna agree with you. I think New York's gonna move on.
yeah, yeah, it's just got too many more quality
Man,
stuff. I mean,
that
you're
was
getting
tough.
the beginning of Walter, so I mean that's huge. Okay, so now we move on to our final first round matchup: the 2 seed Wrestle Kingdom 9 from 2015, taking on the 15 seed Forbidden Door 1 from
Ooh, Forbidden
AEW slash New Japan.
Forbidden Door.
So you get Wrestle Kingdom 9. Your main event of that one is Tanahashi defending against Okada. You're getting the Intercontinental Championship match between Nakamura and Ibushi. You're getting AJ Styles' big debut against Naito. You're getting, for the tag titles, you're getting Gato and Shibata beating Gallows and Anderson. Taguchi loses to Kenny Omega for the Junior Championship. Ishii loses to Makabe for the Openweight Championship. There was a singles match where you could only win by knockout submission or ref stoppage, Suzuki versus Sakuraba. You had an 8-man tag that featured Namochichi Marufuchi, Nichols, Haste, and Yano versus Dave Boy Smith, Lance Archer, Shelton Benjamin, and Izuki. You have a 6-man tag between Tenzin, Kojima, and Hano versus Bad Luck Fale, Jeff Jarrett, and Takahashi.
Jeff Jarrett always finds a way.
Yeah, he's in the Bullet Club. And you had a 4-way for the IW Junior Tag Titles. Red Dragon beat Forever Hooligans, Time Splitters, and the Young Bucks. I love the Time Splitters.
Jeff Jarrett is like Thanos. He's inevitable. He's just always gonna be there.
He's just always around. And we move on to the 15 seed Forbidden Door. You get your main event is for the interim AEW World Championship. This is when Punk got kicked out. You had Moxley versus Tanahashi, which Moxley ended up winning. You had for the IWGP World Championship, you had Jay White defending against Heyman Page, Okada, and Cole. You had Claudio Castagnoli versus Zack Sabre Jr. Will Ospreay defended against Orange Cassidy, defended his U.S. IWGP title versus Orange Cassidy. AEW Women's was Thunder Rosa versus Tony Storm before she was timeless. Dudes with Attitude, Darby Allin, Sting, and Takahashi versus Bullet Club, El Phantasmo, and the Young Bucks. You had for the inaugural All Atlantic Championship, which I think ended up being the Continental.
I think it ends up becoming that. Yeah.
Pac versus Clark Connors, Miro, and Malachi Black. Winners take all three-way tag team match for the Ring of Honor tag titles and the IWGP tag titles. FTR won when they beat United Empire of Khan and Cobb and Roppongi Vice. And you have Suzuki and Lay Sex Gods, which is Jericho and Guevara, versus Kingston, Umino, and Utah. Lay Sex Gods.
Oh, I forgot that's what he named his group or his team.
That was his team with Guevara because
Yeah.
he was the Spanish god or whatever he called
Well,
himself.
he was Le Champion for a while.
No, that was Jericho. I'm talking about Guevara.
Oh, you're talking
His
about.
nickname was like the Spanish god or something
Oh,
like that.
okay, okay.
So that's why they put it together like that. Like sex gods. Talk about
Oh man,
sex.
I mean that's a strong card. Or do we have our first upset?
A 15 over 2.
I don't know. I mean that
I don't. Th-
Forbidden Door.
I don't think the Moxley Tanahashi match compares to the Tanahashi Okada match.
Okay,
I mean, this is why I think the Kingdom match is going to be better. This is your three main events: Tanahashi Okada for the IWGP
strong,
Championship, Nakamura Bushi
strong,
Intercontinental, and Styles Naito.
strong.
I mean, all three of those are better than any match on the Forbidden Door card.
Okay, okay. You've
I like
convinced me.
the 4-way title: White versus Page versus Okada versus Cole. That's kind of fun. And Castagnoli Sabre Jr. is a good match. I just don't think anything. If you got those three lined up, I don't think anything's touching those three.
Okay, you've convinced me.
Um, it's not that hard. Okay, so moving on the 2-seed Wrestle Kingdom 9. Let's see where we're at now. So now our matchups for the next round. The 1-seed Wrestle Kingdom 10 from 2016 taking on the 2025 Revolution, AEW's pay-per-view. We have the 5-seed 2025 Evolution from WWE going up against the 2018 All In Independent pay-per-view. We have the 2017 Dominion taking on the 3-seed Wrestle Kingdom 11 from 2017. And we have 2019 TakeOver New York going up against Wrestle Kingdom 9, the 2-seed.
Okay.
So let's start at the top. You know what the top is?
Yeah, I'm
The
thinking.
1
I'm
seed
just I'm
Wrestle Kingdom
just
10,
contemplating.
which your main event, like we said, was Okada Tanahashi. And this is also where you get Nakamura Styles, which was kind of the end of both those guys in New Japan.
Yeah. Yeah.
They do that classic fist bump.
Yeah, they recreated at Age's retirement.
Mm-hmm. You have those two are your big time matches. You have earlier on you have Kushida and Omega, which I like that match. And then you move it on to Revolution, where you get the triple threat title match between Moxley, Cope, and Cage. You get Ospreay, Fletcher in the steel cage, Omega, Takashita in the international match, and you get the Falls Count Anywhere match, Storm versus May. Those are your main ones.
I mean, we put it number one for a reason.
I mean, it's hard to go up against Okada, Tanahashi, Nakamura Styles. That Nakamura Styles match is one of my favorite matches. It's great. It's too bad that when I saw it in person, it sucked because that ticked me off.
I saw it in person.
But it was horrible because I love that match.
I think we gotta stay true. Gotta put the one over.
Yeah, I think the Wrestle Kingdom one's just
Even
too
though I
high
do
up
love
there.
the Hollywood ending and everything
The
about that
Hollywood ending's
Revolution
great.
card.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a late edition. We put it in at the last second in the building the bracket thing.
Well, that's because you didn't do your research.
Well, you forgot about it.
I don't forget anything. Okay, so the 1-seed Wrestle Kingdom in 2016 is moving on. So now our next matchup. The 5-seed Evolution 2025 versus the 4-seed 2018 All In.
All right. Did you want to make a push for All In, or what do you want to do here?
I mean, all in, that main event's good. The Golden Elite versus Bandito, Phoenix, and Mysterio. You have Omega Penta. You have Cody beating Aldis. But other than that, it's pretty generic.
Okay.
I think the overall quality of Evolution's better. You're
I
getting
would
the women.
I would agree.
You're getting the Evolution Battle Royal, which was like giving all these people a new, uh, like chance.
Well, and
All the young
they
guys.
had some didn't they have some returns in that? Like some older
A
people?
few, but not many. It was mostly trying to get the young guys, and it was trying to build up the young talent. So you get that with Stephanie beating Lash. You get that no holds barred match with Jade and Naomi. Tiffany and Trish, which is a good match.
Love Trish.
Okay, I know you do. Becky and Bailey and Lyra is a great match. I love that match.
That's the match that has the botch in it, right?
Yeah, with the handcuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. You gotta not let that take away.
Well, I'm trying to remember things.
I like how you bring up something crappy.
Sorry, I just
How about you remember something good? Wait, isn't that when they can't figure out how to get the handcuffs? No, it was not handcuffs. It was zip ties, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was zip ties, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, zip ties. I screwed up. So, and that cash in's pretty good. So,
Yeah, it's an all-timer.
I think all in for what it was good, but I don't know if it can compete with. You got just so many big time names in that women's
Yeah.
division.
I mean, my vote's for Evolution, so.
Of course it is. Anything with the women in it. There you go. Okay. So the 5 seed ends up beating the 4 seed, which I think in
It's
every
happened every
bracket
time.
that happens.
We didn't do this on purpose. We didn't seed these.
Every single region, it was the 1 versus the 5 seed.
We didn't do that on purpose. It just happened that way.
Mhm. The 4 seed got screwed every single time.
You
Okay.
know what? They just didn't come to play. They weren't ready.
I guess they couldn't hit their threes. Okay, moving on to this one. I think is going to be pretty interesting. You got 2017 Dominion versus 2017 Wrestle Kingdom 11.
Mm.
So this happens in the same year.
Yeah, what a combo. This is tricky.
So now it depends on what you like better, because it's basically the same exact pay per view. Your main event's Okada Omega, both times. The one is your 7-star
Well,
match.
I think the deciding factor of this whole battle between these two is in our Hall of Fame, spoilers, one of these matches we have in the Hall of Fame, one of them we don't. So I think we kind of have to just go
Mm-hmm.
with that.
Well, it's not just about the main event.
I know, but that's got to
Do
be like the
you?
leading factor, right? We thought
Well,
so much
in
of this one match.
most people's eyes, the hour-long time limit's the better match. I personally think the other one's better myself, just because I like a finish. I'm not a big fan of time limit draws, but I get the story. I'm not saying I'm not saying it ruins that match. I get why people love that match so much. I just think the other match is better for me personally. Now, would you rather have Tanahashi go over Nato, or you'd rather have Nato go over Tanahashi? Because at Wrestle Kingdom, Nato wins. At Dominion, Tanahashi wins.
I'm more of a fan of Tanahashi, so
So that's something. Do you care about Cody versus Michael Elgin, or do you care about Cody versus Juice Robinson?
mm, I don't know. Malcolm Elgin is a weird one because he was like on top of the world in TNA for
Yeah, he had some
like a
problems.
couple years, and then
So you
that's
have
tricky.
Dominion has Guerrillas of Destiny winning the titles over War Machine. Chaos wins over here. Your Ring on title was Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole. Dominion didn't have the Ring Honor title, but it had Takahashi versus Kushida. Kushida won the junior championship. It also had the Lumberjack Death Match.
I mean, Lumberjack Deathmatch is kind of awesome.
So
I mm, I think I'm gonna lean towards Dominion.
yeah, I think so too. I think yeah, with
They're
Tanahashi ended up winning the
they're
Intercontinental.
such similar cards. It's hard to.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty much the same. And yes, I like the other match better between Okada and Omega, but I think yeah, overall the card you're getting that time of draw, that draw. You're getting the Tanahashi win over uh, Nato. That helps that card. So I agree. We'll put 17 Dominion. Okay, so
Were they?
once again the 16
I
events.
was gonna say, were they the lower
Which
seed? I think so.
they were the 6th seed, yep. So that happened in the Big Three region, but the other two were the 3 seed. And now we're gonna move on to the final matchup: NXT Takeover New York up against Wrestle Kingdom 9 from 2015. I'm
Wrestle
sorry,
Kingdom
looked at
9.
the wrong one. Wrestle Kingdom 9 from 2015, the
Mm,
2 seed.
I
Tanahashi Okada, Nakamura Ibushi, and Styles Naito. And my same argument is probably going to apply to this
I
one,
know.
is that all three of those I would put over Gargano and Cole. Maybe
Uh,
not Styles Naito, but the other two I would definitely put over.
I think I'd agree with you.
So Wrestle Kingdom 9 is moving on. 2015. So 3 out of the 4 are New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I'm not
Yeah,
surprised at
we kind
all.
of assumed that was going to be the case when we saw the results of the bracket, like who was going to go up against who.
Okay. Okay, we're down to the final 4 of this region. We have the 1 seed, Wrestle Kingdom 10, 2016, taking on the 5 seed, Evolution.
I love that evolution card. I hate to see it lose, but
What does it compare to Wrestle
I don't
Kingdom?
know. I mean,
You're getting Okada, Tanahashi, Nakamura, Styles.
it's tough to beat that. It's tough to beat that Kingdom card.
Does have a lot of
Uh,
quality. You get Kushida and Omega on there. You get Truth Elgin, or Truth, Lethal Elgin. I read Truth Martinez name instead.
um,
You get the 4-way junior tag title match. That's a great match.
oh, I don't want to see evolution go, but I don't know if it.
Evolution is a great card, and I think it deserves to be in the final 4.
I
But
don't know if it can beat that Wrestle Kingdom
I don't
card.
think it gets that Wrestle Kingdom card solid, man.
Yeah,
It's hard
I
to
think I'm
it's
gonna
hard to
move
beat that.
Kingdom over. Ah, that hurts. That's tough.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Oh,
Wrestle Kingdom and okay, and the other matchup is 17 Dominion versus Wrestle Kingdom 9, 2015.
I kind of want to go Dominion.
You're feeling Dominion. You're getting the hour-long match. You're getting Tanahashi over Naito. Is that better than Tanahashi Okada, Nakamura Ibushi, Styles Naito? That's basically what you got to decide there.
I mean, all of them are great.
Dominion, you're also getting the Lumberjack Deathmatch match. I just like saying that, so you.
I mean, it's just a crazy concept. You got a death match is already crazy enough, and then you add lumberjacks.
You get the Young Bucks versus Roppongi Vice. You're getting Guerrillas of Destiny versus War Machine. So Cody Michael Elgin,
Where
Kushida Takahashi.
are you
With the
feeling?
Wrestle Kingdom card, you're getting the 3 matches plus Bullet Club versus Gato and Shibata, Omega versus Taguchi, Makabe versus Ishii, Suzuki versus Sakuraba, and then you're getting a lot of 6-man tags. That's the problem. But you're getting that fatal 4-way tag, junior tag match, which is good. So
Well, what are you feeling? What is your
I'm
heart telling
probably
you?
I think that the 3 matches, I think I would like that better personally because I like Nakamura and Ibushi. And Tanahashi and Okada never have a bad match. But I don't know if I could put all that over Tanahashi Naito and Okada Omega. And you're also getting some good quality matches everywhere else on the
I
card.
don't really know where to go. I mean, do you want to do a? We could do a coin toss.
Yeah, let's coin toss this
Okay.
one. They're pretty even.
Okay. What do you want to be heads?
Wrestle Kingdom.
Wrestle Kingdom is ahead. Okay, here we go. It is gonna be tails.
Well, you suck. I'm just kidding. Dominion advances the 6th seed. Okay, so who's going on to who's the champ of the 21st century region? Is it Wrestle Kingdom 10, 2016, or 2017 Dominion?
Oh man. I don't. I mean, I don't want to go just chalk here, but this is like the most obvious chalk answer you go with. I mean, that Wrestle Kingdom card. There's a reason we put it there. That card is legendary.
Mm-hmm. It is great.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I could go either way on this. I feel like you just need to decide because I could go either way. I'm not going to be mad with either one.
Well, you get your Dominion, which is uh, Tanahashi Naito, Okada Omega. Wrestle Kingdom, you're getting Okada Tanahashi, you're getting Nakamura Styles, and you're getting Shibata versus Ishii.
I think I
And
know where you're going to go
Kushida Omega.
because Nakamura Styles is on that card.
I mean, it's hard for me to not like anything that isn't Nakamura Styles. It's one of my favorite matches. So I love both those guys.
I mean, I think I might agree with you.
I think that's the best option.
Yeah, let's just move it.
All right.
And the
So the
pain.
winner of the 21st century region is Wrestle Kingdom 10.
Woo!
The ball is
Woo! All right. Congratulations. But it's got a tough battle to make it to the championship.
So, our matchups for the Final Four episode look to be from the WrestleMania region. We have the 1 seed, WrestleMania 17. And then they will be taking on the 6th seed from the WWE Big 3 region, the 2000 SummerSlam. And then we will have the winner of the Old School region, 1997 Bear Legal, which was the 5 seed, taking on the 1 seed from the 21st Century region, Wrestle Kingdom 10 from 2016. Those will be your matchups on the the Final Four show, and we will crown champion on that show.
I don't know if I'm ready for it.
Now
There might be some
remember,
upsets.
whatever pay-per-view doesn't win this, they all get deleted from history.
Yeah, we have to erase it from our minds, like Mr.
Only
Krabs
the winner
taking
survives.
the movie out of that guy's head in the
Yep,
Krusty Krab.
exactly. So,
Oh man, well that has been the 21st century region. I mean, I kind of assumed that a Wrestle Kingdom was going to come out on top. It was just, I mean, those cards are loaded, and the run that they were on in that time frame is just insane. I don't know if it'll ever be topped. So
no, they had that 2015 to like early 2018 is some of the best
right
stuff.
before AEW
So,
formed, basically.
yeah, which poached all the
Yeah,
stuff.
they just went over to AEW.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that was kind of the thing that hurt them the most.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the WrestleMania region, the old school region, the 21st century region, the Big Three region. Hope you enjoyed all the episodes of the Bracket Madness. Next episode will be the finale, where we decide the final four, who wins the final four, and who goes to the championship and ultimately wins the Super Card of Wrestling Bracket Madness. Is it going to be somebody that you picked? Is it going to be somebody that we picked? I don't know. Could be anything. Could be up to a coin to decide. You never know.
Could be.
But we all want to thank you for listening. Leave a like, leave a comment on Spotify if you agreed with our decisions, if you disagree with our decisions. If you think somebody should have been, some cars should have been moved up, some cars shouldn't have moved on, and we moved it on, let us know. And we will see you in the next episode of Bracket Madness.
Peace.